Welcome and thank you for choosing EarthWerks Flooring inspired by nature. This video is designed to give you a very good overview of how to properly prepare your subfloor and how to install EarthWerks plank and tile for best results, low maintenance, and lasting beauty. Before you begin, make sure that you have all of the tools and supplies you'll need for installation. Please refer to the installation instructions on our website for a complete list. Step 1. Acclimation. All areas where your new flooring will be installed must have a working heat and air conditioning source operational at a minimum of 1 week prior to installation and remain in operation during and after installation. Conditions should be at the same temperature and humidity level expected during normal use, between 65 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 to 29 degrees Celsius. Ensure that the substrate, flooring, and adhesive are also fully acclimated to these conditions for a minimum of 48 hours prior to beginning your installation. For best results, remove all flooring from the carton and separate it into small piles. Step 2. Patch irregularities in the subfloor. All subfloors must be smooth, clean, dry, structurally sound, and free of dust, dirt, oil, wax, paint, or any other contaminant. Use a good quality Portland cement-based patching compound to fill or smooth any irregularities that could show through the new flooring. If you're installing over gypcrete, the subfloor must be first sealed using sealant supplied by the gypcrete manufacturer or other approved latex sealer. And wood subfloors must have a well-ventilated space below. The ground under crawl spaces must be covered with 6 mil or 1.25 millimeter polyethylene sheeting to reduce moisture vapor transmission. Wood floors must be double construction or equivalent, with a minimum thickness of 1 inch or 2.54 centimeters, such as APA underlayment grade plywood without voids and with a fully sanded face. If you're installing EarthWerks flooring over one layer of existing non-cushioned floor covering, it should be well adhered to the subfloor. Use a good quality embossing leveler to fill in the surface texture of the existing floor. Otherwise, the profile of the existing floor will telegraph through the new flooring. Step 3. Moisture testing. It is the contractor's as well as the installer's responsibility to test all concrete substrates, whether new or old, for moisture content to determine if it is sufficiently dry to install EarthWerks flooring. Moisture in a concrete substrate should be tested, and moisture level should never exceed 5 pounds, and relative humidity levels of the concrete should never exceed 80%. Step 4. Measuring the room. Snapping a starting line. You'll get the best results by installing the tile from the center of the room. First, measure and mark at the center of each end wall. Connect these center points with a chalk line. It may be necessary to adjust the center line to avoid ending up with small pieces at the side walls. To do this, divide the width of the room by the width of the plank or tile. Always measure an actual piece of flooring to determine the exact width. Printed measurements may vary due to differences between English and metric units. Adjust to achieve a balance of equal size fill pieces along each wall. Locate the center and snap a chalk line at a right angle to the existing line. Step 5. Installing your new plank or tile. Now it's time to spread the adhesive. Apply either EW250 or ST100 adhesive. EW250 is a wet lay acrylic to be used only over porous substrates. ST100 is an acrylic latex-based pressure-sensitive adhesive. Follow the specific guidelines for each adhesive to know how much to spread. If you're installing EarthWerks luxury vinyl tile, you should place the first tile at the junction of the chalk lines. Continue laying the tiles, making sure each one is flush against the chalk line and tight against the adjoining tile. Be sure they're well seated into the adhesive. The tile should be laid in a pyramid fashion as you see here. If you're installing EarthWerks luxury vinyl plank, you should position the first plank at the junction of the chalk lines. Continue laying the planks, making sure each one is flush against the chalk line and tight against the adjoining plank. Continue laying in either a pyramid fashion or row by row, and be sure to randomly stagger the end joints. When you reach the wall, it will be necessary to cut your tile or plank along the wall for the correct fit. To do this, simply use a straight edge and score the material with a utility knife, then snap it into 2 pieces. Continue installing additional rows. When you reach the last row at the wall, you will need to cut and trim partial pieces of flooring to fit. To do this, lay the tile or plank to be cut exactly over the last full piece. Place another full piece against the wall and make the cutting line where they overlap. Make sure the cut edge is against the wall and the factory edge to the previous piece. Now, to complete your installation, you must roll the flooring with a 100-pound roller. Be sure to roll in both directions, length and width. The final step is to thoroughly clean the installed floor with EarthWerks Floor Cleaner to remove any residue and bring out the beauty of your new flooring. In caring for your new EarthWerks floor, clean up spills immediately and lightly wash the floor regularly with warm water or EarthWerks Floor Cleaner. Do not use soap-based detergents or abrasive cleaners. To avoid damaging your beautiful new floor, do not slide heavy objects over it, and use proper floor protectors under furniture and appliances. These instructions are general guidelines for the proper procedures for installing and maintaining EarthWerks luxury vinyl plank and tile. For detailed instructions on installation and maintenance, please visit our website at earthworks.com or call EarthWerks Technical Service at 1-800-275-7943. Choose option 2. Thank you again for choosing and installing EarthWerks, flooring inspired by nature.